We can start by Holland. You were gone last time, but obviously your character was there. So we'll recap sort of what happened. The group congressed into the halls of the Adventuring Guild. Let's see. They got to check out the Hall of Heroes and see a lot of different famous heroes and their accomplishments. At some point, ending upon a painting that had a bunch of swordsmen on it. This was the painting of the Seven Swordsmen, a very famous adventuring group from just the Adventuring Guild in general. This specifically, this group came from the Onyrex Adventuring Guild, the first Adventuring Guild. But we saw some swords we've seen before, like the big giant square blade that we've seen before. That one person was holding, that you and Sharp attacked. That sword is known as Allsbane, and was the sword of the Executioner, the seventh swordsman of the Seven Swordsmen. So the weakest, technically. After that, the group ran into a bard that was going to be singing at the party that night. In which, when he did perform, it enraptured everyone into sort of like this dreamlike state where they were experiencing the song and tale themselves. Very intense. Fire everywhere, dragon everywhere. Kind of traumatizing, but everyone gained a point of inspiration. So everyone has an inspiration point that they can use. I think it was 6 temporary hit points everyone has. If I remember correctly. And any ill effects plaguing the characters were removed. So Sharp's permanent -6 to health is gone. After that, they met with the Lord of Alurin, who told them why they were there, the such a great accomplishment in the Runeset Isle. Lord wanted to congratulate you all, and also wanted to ask you some questions, but in return you could ask him some. So if there's any questions you'd have for the Lord of Alurin since you weren't there, I will allow you to ask now, and the Lord can respond.
I don't think I have any.
Okay.
It was in March.
Lamau.
It was March 23rd.
So you were right that they're in Aries, just wrong in... Okay, nice.
But, remember when I said it might be the 23rd? I was right about that one.
Yeah. It's okay, I get the M months mixed up all the time.
I just called her and she was like, I was a little sad on the day of, but then I remembered that you never remember my birthday, so it's okay. And I was like, I'll get you a birthday gift. It'll be in May, though.
It'll be on May 23rd. That's actually...
I'm sorry, continue.
People vibe checked the, actually, I can... Since, no one can really vibe check, they did insight check, but since vibe checking is Mosford's specialty, I will allow you to make a vibe check on the Lord of Alurin whilst you were there to sort of get a vibe. But otherwise, you guys talked. He gifted you 3 rare items, each one a feather token of some kind. I believe it was Anchor. What were the other 2? If people could remind me.
We got Anchor. We got Feather.
We got Bird.
Feather is the bird one. We got a little bird.
No, we got a bird. We have an anchor that holds a ship down. We have a feather that you throw up and it makes a gust of wind, and then we have a bird that literally summons a little bird.
It's not
like
a little
special
bird.
bird.
Sorry.
It's a big bird.
So keep in mind, all 3 of them are feather tokens. That's what they're called. But you guys gained Anchor, Bird, and Fan. Those were the 3 you received.
Fan.
My apologies.
Fan.
I found them once. Anyways, so that's the 3 tokens that you guys received. Each are a rare item. Yeah, you guys left, and we are starting the session as you bamf back into the Adventuring Guild. If you want to give me that vibe check, Moss friend.
I am pulling it up. My thing's slow as fuck, but it's working. It's an 8.
An 8?
Yeah.
Powerful. We'll say that. Very strong. You've seen the aura? No, you haven't seen the aura around that person, so you can't use that for reference. Never mind.
Ooh.
But it is a strong aura. One that you have not sizably seen around a person. It's almost like Hunter x Nen.
Oh my god.
That's all the vibe check really is. Alright.
No anime in my Concordis.
Hey, listen. Nen is probably the best anime system to pull from if we're doing one. Okay. What is going on? Stop showing off your Omnitrix, bro. Jesus.
Fucking Ben 10 head ass.
Okay, also another thing is that we're probably not going to do a break this session. We're just going to do one singular chunk of a session, and then we end with that.
Okay.
Alright. A flash of magic as you all return. Don't... I'm gonna murder you. Fell is marked for death. Keep that in mind, bitch boy. As a flash of magic fades, you stand in the familiar hall of the guild. The dancing lights leaving the room towards the main hall. You guys okay? You breathing? Okay, good.
Yeah, sorry, I did my exercises.
Yeah.
You're good.
You know when the two people in class start staring at each other when they're not
Yeah.
supposed to laugh, and they keep continuously laughing
Just
because
fucking
they're
with
not
each other.
supposed to.
Alright. What are you guys doing? You're now back in the adventure.
We bamfed. Huh? Honestly, I don't think Fel has much to do. He did everything before the party. It's starting to become nightfall now, right?
We are in the middle between noon and night.
Okay.
Sharp
Then-
just follows Val around him.
How's Sharp feeling?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. Little anxious, little paranoid.
Mm-hmm.
He might be molting.
Just slightly.
Homie's stressing.
He's like, like when parrots get really stressed and they start plucking out their own feathers.
Yeah.
Rav is going to go try to find Clarabelle.
Okay.
We'll try to find a place to stay for the night.
Okay. For the most part, going towards Clarabelle is going towards the exit of the Adventuring Guild, so I'm assuming most of the party is just sticking together. You round a corner,
Yeah.
and you see at the desk, sort of waving her hands furiously, is Clarabelle. And you're hearing snippets of conversation. No, I get it. I'm just still a bit confused. It should have reached you by now, but you're... Yes. No. Blue said they were going to deliver it. You don't have Allsbane? Okay, fine. I'll inquire them about it, but they're no longer an adventurer in the Adventuring Guild, so I know. I'm very sorry, Urki. Yes. I know you're not worried about it. I know you're not. I'm the one who's angry. Yes. You as well. Have a good day. Tell Tell your wife I said hi. Yes. You met them? Oh, wonderful. A few of them. Oh, two of them. The bird's name is Sharp, yes. And Fell. Oh, right. Okay. Well, if I see them, I'll let them know you said hi. Okay. We'll figure this out. Bye. And the communication ends.
I knew it. I knew it.
Glebel just sits at the desk.
I knew she was bad news.
Claire.
Who? Who?
Blue,
Who's bad news?
the person with the fucking sword that we beat the shit out of in.
You beat the shit out of?
I got the shit kicked out
Oh.
of me.
Yeah.
Better choice.
No.
Better choice.
As you're rounding the corner,
Ruffle.
I'm not talking about Clarabelle.
Clarabelle notices you all entering. Oh, you're back already. How was it?
It was something.
Stressful.
Mm.
Quite.
As conversation with any noble would be, but the Lord especially. Did he get angry, or any of you off to be beheaded? I'm assuming not.
No.
Do we all have our heads? Just checking.
Yeah, everyone has their
Yeah. Accounted for.
4.
No, accounted for.
Oh, I thought you said I counted 4. There's only 4 people with their heads still. Actually, Droll's head is tucked in the turtle
Right.
shell.
Right.
Turtle shell.
Yeah, everyone hit but him.
Chortle shell.
Fucking draw.
LOL.
There he goes, dude.
I don't mean to be rude.
You heard my conversation.
Quite clearly, yes.
I figured. I saw you all as I was ranting to Urki. He's a good friend of mine, and I've learned that a quest that someone recently took to deliver something to him was not fulfilled as promised.
I believe we know something about that.
So,
What's that we?
Me and Mossfern, yes.
Oh, okay. Because the only other person that was mentioned in that conversation beforehand was Fell and Shaw.
I believe we know the person who was supposed to deliver it.
Blue.
Yes, I think we got into a little bit of a scuffle.
Where? I might ask.
Outside a tavern, I believe. I can't exactly remember.
Tavern.
Mossfern, do you have any idea?
Now, from my, we went swimming.
Yes,
Went swimming.
I quite recall the devastating loss at the hands of this character.
So, what town was this?
Oh, I'm so bad. I'm not from here. I'm so sorry.
I think it
Was
was
it-
maybe Muledale or a little bit
Nope.
back at Prison Plateau.
Yep. Prison Plateau.
Wherever
Remember,
Arky resides.
Because remember,
where-
we picked you up in the fountain in prison.
In Prison Plateau.
Yes.
So, they were there and chose not to deliver it to Earth.
Yes,
That's
and they
wonderful.
hadn't.
Oh, that's even
Yes,
more wonderful
we-
news.
We definitely saw it.
And that was the last time you saw it, other than the painting.
Yes. Yes. When did we see it last? Speak
In
up
the
then.
castle.
Didn't we see it in the castle? Well, didn't
saw
you
it.
see? Because I don't know what we're looking. I did not
It-
encounter
we-
this
I'm a-
person.
I'm
Did I see
assuming
it in
as
the
Sharp
castle?
is saying, I believe so. Rav and Fell are just shaking their heads.
Well,
no.
Rob never even met this person. Like, really,
Hmm.
it was like
If-
literally like a
if we're
passing glance.
talking
kind of
about-
thing.
Did I
Which we
see
did.
it? I saw it.
We
in the
saw it in the
castle, right?
painting.
It was.
We
in,
saw it. It was
Oh,
in the
did I
painting.
see it? It was in the painting. Did I see
thought
it
that it was
physically
at-
in the castle?
Yeah, I thought
I
it was
think it
at
was-
his home. Wasn't it on the wall?
It was
Yeah,
on the
it was
wall.
on
in
the
wall.
castle.
Okay. So, about its current whereabouts.
Mhm.
That is going to be a little disappointing,
I'm
as
so
it is
excited.
currently it is in the residence of the King of
The Lord of Valoran. It is.
yes, the Lord.
Mm.
It is
Mhm.
in. It is in.
I'm so happy to hear that. At least it's found. I knew. I thought Blue was a bit of a rascal, if you might. But I did not think that after the tragedy that they had gone through recently, that they would resort to lying and cheating, I guess. There's not really cheating in this. It's more...
A recent tragedy
Okay,
befell
so,
them.
yes. Blue is a part, or was, a part of a party known as the Chromatics, who recently took a quest from Erky Waywalkett, a good friend of mine, to find an ancient relic, Allsbane, within a mountain nearby here, within the Flatmont Peaks.
I see.
The group did not escape with their lives. The only person that escaped was Blue, as apparently there was a massive cave-in, and almost everyone died except for Blue. Blue, as a wonderful actor, or, they could have been genuinely sad, but, was seemingly depressed and distraught about this, and said that after they took the sword to where it needed to go, they were done with adventuring. So I assumed that teleporting Blue to Prison Plateau would allow them some trauma processing time. And seemingly, this sword was not delivered to where it needed to be.
That is unfortunate.
And if it is in the hands of the Lord, that means somehow either Blue contacted the Lord or Lord contacted Blue. Either way, Erky Waywalkett and the Lord are not particularly friendly with each other. This makes my job infinitely harder. But I will inform Mr. Waywalkett of this tribulation, and we'll get it sorted out. Thank you very much. Speaking of Mr. Waywalkett, Mr. Waywalkett says hi. He hopes that your lycanthropy problem has been dealt with accordingly, because apparently he knows he was unable to help you in that regard, and that there were some problems with that. He also says there's a message from your professor if you ever, go there, but that is...
Whom?
Professor, I believe their name was Alvius. Professor Alvius.
Mm-hmm. Well. Okay.
It's. He made to clarify it wasn't urgent, and it sounds like you're in trouble, but you're not. Like, me relaying this message may sound like you're in trouble.
Oh,
but you're
okay.
not.
Yeah, that I was very concerned.
Yes,
for
I had to clarify for Sam. So sorry, but in any case.
Okay. Yeah. Yes. Well, shit.
Was there anything else that you all needed?
Yes.
Yes.
Clarabelle. No rush, of course. Please, if it's too big of an ask, I understand. Are there any jobs per se that would possibly intersect into the area known as... I can't read it. The fort.
For Terrorstead.
Yes.
Right.
Damn
It's
it.
mostly a military camp. I suppose there might be stuff that gets you in that closer to it, if that's what you're looking for. Are you looking to be able to go there? Is that the main concern?
Rob kind of place her hands on like the desk area, like not in her personal space, but just kind of like over the over like the edge of it. Yeah, and like we'll kind of lean in and be like, I'm currently looking for a lost kid, and all that I've been told is picked up by, guards of Alurin, but the Lord of Alurin says that's not possible because he would have been told and he wasn't. And so I'm under the impression that there's a possibility that he might be in that area or just around there. I'm thinking if there's any way that, like something.
Now, I'm not going to say that it's possible the Lord lied to you, but not exactly. I have my reservations with the Lord. There's a few when he became the Lord. There was a few things that a few old laws he got rid of. Plenty of things that didn't really need to be a thing anymore, such as a curfew in a certain town because of certain extinct insects, or what like. But there was an old law that he did not get rid of that concerns me a tiny bit, but I can't tell if it was overlooked or anything like that. So, not trusting the Lord is not exactly not a bad idea.
Which is why I was thinking to possibly see if there's just anything that could
to visit,
maybe just like some sort of passive, hey, we need to pass through here, or we need to take a look. What, just perchance, what law did he not?
He got rid of a bunch, like, like, citizens aren't allowed to ride horses betwixt the time of midnight of dawn. It was an old law made a long time ago. Entering the Wavering Woods with more than 2 pounds of food is punishable by flogging. Things like that. But there was this one that had a sort of an excerpt of the Adventuring Guild. If need be, the Lord of the governing continent can enact them as a personal army. This, combined with a few other laws that of old, were a bit concerning that they weren't taken away, but also I don't have evidence, so I'm not like, the Lord is a suspicious man.
Right.
But, it's a bit concerning.
Are you saying that at the whim of the Lord we could be conscripted?
To service in wartime, yes. In a sense.
Delightful.
That's
and what,
a very fun law.
And I don't know if this law is in anywhere else other than Alurin. I'm not well versed in politics. But it was a law not made by him, so...
And what forces are at hand to enforce such a law?
Any law made in a continent has to have some approval by the masses or by a council appointed by the masses of Alurin. Now the High King does at the end have considerable power to veto or add in some law, but the High King at the time, I think when the law was made, didn't really care, and I doubt the High King now knows about it, since it's been so long. So, the army of Concordis could enforce such a thing.
Delightful.
But, in any case, going to Fort Harrowstead, I can't permit the use of the teleportation circle without a quest. That is smart of you to ask me for one. I will try to find a quest as close by that is easy to complete, because if you take on a quest, you must complete it or the reputation of the Adventuring Guild could be tarnished. So I will try to find one that's easily completable but also meets your requirements. I can try to find one by tonight if you wish to travel tonight, or if you wish to wait.
It's really, don't rush it, like I said. I don't know, Rav will kind of release, like lean off the desk and kind of look between the group as kind of looking to see like if people are ready to go or need like a day.
Fella's ready.
Joel gives
Joel gives
two
a
big
nice 2
thumbs
thumbs
up.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cute.
Sharp is a little shooken up.
Mhm.
He's a little neurotic currently. I don't know. Yeah, homie tweaking.
This is like a Rob will kind of look down at Sharp and do you need some time or do you want something to do to get off your mind?
I should be alright.
Is this like a people please thing? I'll be alright, or is this
I would prefer not to answer that question.
If
Oh,
it may help, I
we
do
can-
have access to calm emotions if need be. I have some
Oh,
other
nothing
aids,
like that. It's I'll be alright.
probably waiting until tomorrow is the best option?
Okay.
If you need a place to stay, I could find you a coupon or voucher for a tavern nearby. I would be
Coupon?
fine covering the night for you all before you know.
Clarabelle, did I give you
Oh, you didn't
that
need to
were-
worry about that. Lucian paid it in full.
right? Sorry, it just sometimes I forget things.
But if I do pay for your voucher, if you're worried about paying me back, I could just take the money from this quest that you're going to complete as just the sort of pay it forward method. Really up to you. Or a portion of it, at least, not all of it. I wouldn't steal. But
How much is a night stay?
depends on the
How
tavern.
much?
More squalor-like taverns, the cheapest ones in Neverfair are probably close to a few silver per person. More expensive ones, maybe even a few gold per person per room, etc.
We could probably cover our own.
All right. Okay. Well, I'll get to looking, and I will let you know.
Thank you, Clarabelle. It means a lot.
Of course.
Yes, thank you very much.
Rob will smile and walk kind of slowly out the door, kind of keeping an eye on the group.
Such a vocal group tonight.
Slay. Well, the place that we stayed in when we first came here, not Lucian. I'm thinking like I think it was Rob and Lucinda. I stayed in the same. No. It was Val. It was Val.
Lucinda slept on a roof outside.
Yeah. Okay.
The taverns that the group knows about are there for the Gentle Wing, formerly kept and run by a Leonin named Gwyneth. Devilier's Grandiose Pub, owned by a half-sea elf person named Devilier. It's probably the most expensive one. Bomble's, which is the one that Twiggy, Val, and Rav slept in, which is the most cheap one. It's run by a dwarf woman known as Orin. And the Boastful Bard, which is where the rave was held, which is probably the same price point as Gwyneth's old establishment.
The rave?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the rave.
Yeah, I danced in the rave.
Yeah.
I still have the memorabilia all over me.
Few
I guess
glimmering.
let's aim for that one.
Going to
Kind of.
the Boastful Bard.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
Rethny and Mosfrin leading the way. Droll as well. Droll recounting to the rest of the party that wasn't there to see his epic dance moves. Yeah, he was doing the classic 80s.
So what you do is you gotta put like a little bit of your hips into it, and you go
Yeah.
down, and then you go up, and you just
Yeah.
do it.
Eventually you reach there and you see at the front desk a sort of gleaming looking warforged that has a singular like metal rod sticking out of his shoulder, and as he moves his hands away and toward it, the sound of a theremin plays. This is of course Theremin, the warforged tavern assistant that runs the front desk. Yes, may I help you?
How much for 5 to 6 rooms?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 20 gold.
Rav will put 20 gold down.
You have the entire upper floor to yourself.
Can we sing it? Oh, sing.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Rav will turn to the group and just kind of point to him and be like, well, I'm sure you all heard. So, make your rooms. Everyone sleep well.
A peculiar individual.
Yes.
Don't you mean a cool?
I heard that,
individual?
bitch.
The fuck did you say to me?
Rav will
That
walk
I get
upstairs.
your ass down in the street.
Pop, 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 pop. Opening a new hole in your brain.
Check out this sick P920.
Bing bong.
Bop, bop, bop. That's the sound of you running.
Bop, bop, bop. That's the sound of you falling.
Bop, bop, bop. That's the sound of you dying.
We all
You
have
know,
our own
mixtape.
room.
For 6, yeah.
The Concordis mixtape hitting shelves.
Shark just go
Gets
into
20.
his own room,
Okay. Alright.
locking the door.
Alright.
I'm turning my
And-
familiar in there.
This
Fuck
may
you.
be secrets, but I'm. Are you fucking kidding me?
No.
Is your familiar sneaky?
You're a piece of
Yes.
shit.
Okay, roll me
My
perception
fucking
versus
god.
sneak.
No, but I was literally gonna make a joke. You're gonna turn around, little Mossburn's paws are gonna be like swatting under the door.
Do I get advantage on this one, Talon? Is it dim and dark light?
This is not dim or dark light. No.
Okay.
That'd be so fucking funny.
What's my check again? For
You should do that to Rethny.
My
No, I was
best
gonna-
perception is 12.
it's somewhere in our DMs. Oh,
Little
there it is.
paws.
The stat block.
Rethny's never gonna
Yes.
get cookies again.
+5 to stealth. What would you say?
As a +5, my passive perception is 12.
I said to make an active perception.
Oh, why? I'm not looking. I'm not looking for anybody. For me,
It's a pretty open room.
I don't want to make a perception check.
Okay.
19.
19.
Hey.
Well, with the bonus of it being a open room, I would say a +5 to his passive perception. That's a 17 total. 17 does not beat 19. So, yeah, the fox is hiding underneath the bed.
Oh. Okay. One sec. There's that. Goes over there.
Now I go to my room and lock my door.
Okay. Every so often, Sharp, you see Mossfern swatting under the door, like kind of like when cats like reach their hand very far, and they're just like kind of like all toes spread.
There's gonna be like,
I heard some interesting stuff today. I want to figure out what's going on.
I lock my door, and I take out the components. I take out my piece of copper wire, and I'm casting the sending spell
Alright.
to Urki Waywacket.
Okay. So this first part of the conversation, the fox might hear if you're, or you might hear if you're perceiving through the fox, but the second half you will.
Yeah, I don't really care if like anybody hears it, but character hearing it is fucking funny.
The bane
At
of Kay's
25
existence. The bane of Kay's existence is the locking the door, thinking you're safe, and a familiar being in there. This is the second time this has happened.
Hello. This is Sharp. I overheard you may have a letter for me. If you can, could you open it and read it for me? Fucking slam that shit, dude.
Ah! Sharp! It's been a while. Just one question. Why did you lie to me?
God damn it, man.
Either way, I'll contact you tonight as you sleep.
No thanks. No, you will not. Sharp's eyes will dilate, like they get like super big, and he's fucking freaking the fuck out in his room right now.
There's a fucking sweat drop coming out from the hat.
Bell's Fox sees like Sharp's eyes go wide. You just felt like.
I suppose. Do I send another one to explain myself? I don't know. Are we doing anything else today? No, we're staying here. Fine, I'll rip another one.
Ripping ass.
Sorry about lying. I had worried no one could help me, and didn't want to beset you with a impossible problem. I am cured now. Thanks.
Good. Sharp, I'm a fucking powerful wizard. I tried one of my weakest spells and it didn't work. My wife is also very strong. Either way, we'll talk.
Right. And then Sharp will go about his day.
Bro's getting bitched by Urki Waywacket.
Fucking Urki.
We love Urki Waywacket in this household.
Anyone else like to do something? In the comfort of their own nice bed.
Hello, I'm here.
Hello.
I am filling the tub up to the brim.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a small bathtub.
Yep. It's gonna
You
be a
better
small
hope.
one.
You better
And-
hope. Sorry. Continue.
What do I do?
It's definitely a bathtub
What?
built for a
Swallow.
smaller person.
Not for
It is
your
what?
2-foot tall ass.
It's definitely a tub built for a smaller person, but I mean, depending on how much
I mean,
water
I'm
you
gonna
put
be-
in there, you'll won't don't make a mess.
Your head and your feet stick out.
Rethny rolls in their sleep one time, and it's all over for that floor.
The thing is, Ricky's. I'm gonna be sleeping like like how if y'all ever watch Sky High,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
you know how the girl who turns
I
into
know
a guinea
what you're
pig
talking
like
about,
rolls
yeah.
up.
Mm-hmm.
That's how Rethny is curled up in this tub.
Can we get a watch party of Sky High later?
Hell yeah. Okay. Alright, yeah. And you're just soaking?
Yep.
Did you put
I
did you
gotta-
want salt in this water, or is it just straight like
Yeah.
Alright. This is like 11 type shit where you just dump like a pound bag of salt.
Little mix in there, just a little bit.
Sleep deprivation tank.
It is on Disney Plus. Yeah, on Disney
Had to make
Plus.
sure.
Of course, I had to make sure, dude. It's Sky High.
Anyone else?
Monster Room is also gonna go into Dorothy's room. Not really say anything, just kind of like curl up on her bed, like in the other room, and curl up.
Paid for 6, only needed 5.
Droll will take out his deck of cards. They're a bit too small for the size of his large turtle-like claws. And he will play a game of solitaire.
As we wait for Rob to grab food, we can fast forward into the night and have Sharp's little
Man!
Oh, I can't wait. I love
have
having
made
nothing better to
something
do.
for you guys.
Contact you in the night. What kind of fucking shit is that, dude?
I have to go get my food. I'll be right back.
Okay,
Sure.
I'm going to the D&D dollar store. There you go.
I will still be able to listen.
As you find
Thank you.
restful sleep, maybe not as restful, maybe a bit stressed. It's purely at this point it's like
Toss the
probably
turner,
1 a.m.,
brother.
2 a.m., and you're finally falling asleep because your body is just absolutely done with itself.
Been there before.
You're in a nice little grassland plains,
Nice.
probably sitting on a nest big enough for you. You see hopping. It's every so often above the tall grass. This lemur, this teal green lemur. Oh, hi, Rob. Is there anything you want to do before we go into Sharp's dream sequence? No? Cool. Yeah, this teal green lemur hops periodically towards you before landing in front of you, and like unfurling its hands. Hello?
Hello. Good
You're
afternoon.
You're on a dream. This is the
The
spell
Delightful.
I'm contacting you through.
Arky?
Yep. I really like lemurs.
Oh,
therefore
what a
I've
delight.
chosen this lemur. Right. Well, wizard to wizard, let's discuss some things.
Oh, dear.
No need to worry. I'm not mad, only slightly disappointed.
Oh, that, it's always so much worse. You know that, right?
Yes, that is the point. I have succeeded in a lot in life, and I'm a little offended that you
Weird
thought...
flex, but okay.
And I'm a little offended that you thought a remove curse spell was the epitome of my power. Just a little bit. Just a little bit offended.
I was worried that we would have to pay for your services.
Oh. I've got cash. I've got money off the his ha. Okay, so gold's not a
I
problem.
wasn't expecting like you or your partner to use a greater restoration spell on me or anything. Such that's an expensive spell.
Fair. I kind of get it. I thought that my presence and sort of willingness to like let you look at my books within my personal abode would sort of like convey the thought that I'm like this really chill and hip guy, this wizard that's, you know, cool with helping the masses, but it's fair if not. It's fair if not.
I will confess I may have gotten maybe a little bit caught up in all of the deception.
The deception.
As in I had to
Yeah, I get you.
pretend to be not infected up until that current moment.
That's fair. It's fair. Be a slippery slope, lying and shit. I get you. Speaking of lying, Professor Alvius thought you were dead. So you're from.
For all intents and purposes, I hoped that that is what he believed.
You were educated in King's Keep.
Yes.
Okay, that's nice to know. I was once a student in King's Keep myself, along with Professor Alvius. Is there a particular reason why you left?
That environment was no longer conducive for my learning.
You know, I see you're doing the thing where you sidestep a question with your words to make it sort of like you're not lying, but you're not explaining your whole thing, which is fine. I know adventurers have their reasons to keep the secrets. Listen, I'm a chill dude.
I understand that you may be of a laid-back nature, but I don't owe you my life story.
True. I don't know, man. I thought we were homies, wizard to wizard, you know?
We are friendly acquaintances.
You need something from me? I can help you out, man. I have a lot of resources to my name, and you guys seem like perfectly fine adventurers. Professor Alvius spoke highly of you.
Do you pursue validation from others often?
Yes, actually. I had no friends as a child. That's why I particularly stay in the conjuration school, because I was not liked a lot, so I would find friends in the sort of beasts around my hometown, and would once I learned I could do magic and that I could summon people, I often stuck with conjuring them. And that's actually why I know so many languages. That way, whenever a conjured being I create into existence or summon to me is never lonely. They always have someone that can speak their tongue. But yes,
That's delightful.
yes, I was quite a lonely child.
I apologize.
Oh no, it's fine.
I got a little defensive.
Oh, it's fine.
I suppose, I guess, I'm concerned that I may not have the full scope of the message that you received.
Yes, okay. Professor Alvius, after I had contacted him, probably the next day that we had spoken, was first of all greatly surprised that you were alive, wondered where you had went, said that one of your friends had gone missing. The goblin folk, not the other one that you were very close to.
Sharp, significant other arc?
And
Why
thought
did you do this shit to me?
and thought
Why did you
that
do this shit to me?
you had perhaps been hurt. Snow, I believe their name was, is doing fine, though they are no longer at King's Keep. But they they had been escorted out after their graduation by a few people.
By a few people?
Yes. I believe he had seen them a few times before, especially when you were put into King's Keep as in your youth. Sort of same symbol along the cloaks and stuff, but he didn't know much else other than that.
Shit.
He was more relieved that you were alive, and was wondering if you knew about the disappearance of your other friend. But judging by your reaction, that would be they knew.
How long ago did they say Frill went missing?
Probably about a week, 2 weeks.
Oh, so recently.
Yes. He apparently was reaching close to the end of his education, but left or was taken. I don't know. Disappearing could mean a lot of things, if we're being honest here.
Shit.
I see that this is not a good bit of communication.
I had hoped to keep these people out of my life because I knew that as soon as they I got an inkling of where they were, I would run for them.
You're doing things with your group now, are you not? I didn't get to meet all of them, but I definitely saw them. I won't lie, was spying on you. That's how I learned that you didn't cure your lycanthropy.
Delightful.
Yes, I thought I'd be honest with this. But I have seen them from a bird's eye view. They're quite interesting. But you're currently doing things for them now, yes?
Yes.
I will keep contact with Professor Alvius and work with him to sort of get more information on your friends, and we'll relay the info to you, so that way you don't go off on a random adventure with no leads. Sound good?
I suppose so.
It's probably the best course of action. You may ask yourself why I'm doing this for you, or why I'm helping you, or anything of the...
Yes, it seems like I have explicitly broken your trust, and you've come back and offered me a helping hand.
In the end, Sharp, I know what it's like to not have any friends, to not have any connections, to not have any help in life. And it is not a fate that I wish upon many. Even less so upon someone who has such a great mind as you. I know you're distrusting, and I know you have problems in life. Maybe even problems with trusting people or letting them into your heart. If I can save one wizard of the many out there, I will. Now, if you double-cross me in any sort of way, that's a different story, but not telling me you still have lycanthropy isn't double-crossing me. It's just you being like, I don't want people to help me, which I get. So, yes, I will help you. You won't take anything from me because I'm offering this help freely. So it's not like you're conning me out of anything.
Okay. Well, thank you for letting me know.
Plus, you're a star student of one very old friend. And you seem to be on good terms with Clarabelle, who's also another very good friend, so you're fine.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Of course.
Okay.
Oh, and Theba told me that you may have some information on the sword. I got a little bits of it. It's at the Lord's place. You interacted with Blue before you...
Yes, believe it or not, we actually tried to take it from them.
Well, that would be hard. When you're not attuned to the blade, it weighs 200 pounds. So it's pretty tough to just pick up and dip with.
Bethany can do it.
Mustard
Give
almost
her
got
a chance.
squashed.
Yeah, apologies about that
That's
situation.
fine. I mean, again, I'm more pissed at Blue, who both me and Clarabelle thought was this very upstanding citizen of Alurin, but was apparently not. Whatever. I'll get my comeuppance. No, they'll get whatever.
I mean, if you, I won't.
Listen, I'm not fucking with the Lord to get that thing back. I wanted to examine and study it. That, if the Lord has it, fuck me, I guess.
Not necessarily the Lord, but if you are in wanting of perhaps answers from that person or a pursuit of some kind, they gave me quite a thrashing when we last met, and I would be delighted to maybe throw a couple harsh words in their direction.
Sure, make one of those harsh words from me, and we're good. We're net
Wonderful.
zero. Right. Well, this dream is running out, and there's a lot of outside influence in my ear right now, pestering me. So I'm going to go here quickly. If the dream fades and gets really weird for a second, I am so sorry.
There's a side effect in which I can experience.
You won't get hurt,
Quote.
but it might be a little jarring at first. Okay, I gotta go bye, and then the visage sort of fades. The nest underneath you gives way, and suddenly you're underwater. And underwater, you're blowing bubbles out of your beak, and there's this sort of moment where you see Mossfern also in the water. And it's like, oh, are you in the the fountain that you got thrown into with by Blue? And then you realize, no, you're not. You're deep in the middle of the ocean before you start gagging like you're out of breath. And then you wake up on top of a tea table, and there's this rabbit and this like dude with a really big hat, and someone's looking at a stopwatch, and then they close it, and that closing wakes you up, and it's morning.
As we stop here,
You go through
Holy
the emotions.
Fucking shit.
You get
he's
full
sweating, his
rest,
feathers everywhere.
but it is like, what the fuck just happened?
And the few rooms over, Remy submerges from the bathtub and goes, "Something just happened."
On your face in the morning is a fox. This black, shadowy visage with one form of it sort of outlined in blue, moving left, and one outline of it of red, moving a little bit right. Almost like an image that you're looking at that you normally would need 3D glasses to view.
This creature is in my room.
It's sort of like this form is wavering as it paws at your beak.
Good morning.
What are you doing?
It's gonna fucking. You know when like you wake up in the morning and your dog is like super excited? It's gonna start jumping around the bed.
Oh, you've got zoomies. Yes, look at you go. Oh, now we're spinning in circles. Wonderful.
Now it's pissing in the corner of your room.
Yep. Now it's trying to dig at your bed.
I don't own this bed. It's a rental.
And with that, it's morning for the rest of you, unless there's anything specifically you'd like to RP through the night, or as you
Your
wake up.
mama.
God.
Anybody else have some weird dreams?
That was a good one. Gotta admit.
Everyone's awake. Start to descend down the stairs. If you'd like to, there's a continental breakfast to take part in.
Alright. I was eating that shit, dude.
I use the waffle maker.
Oh.
I will say, when Rethny like gets out of the tub and like obviously drains it and then gets ready, she'll go into her room and see Mossford on the bed. So she'll just go over to him and like lift her hand over his head as a few water droplets hit his head. To wake your ass up.
Oh.
Oof.
Papa called.
Papa called.
Papa.
Don't worry, Mossford's just in a deep sleep. One in which, similar to a dog, you know how like...
I'm back.
Oh,
I'm back.
Okay.
suddenly Mossford wakes from sleep.
Okay. Did you hear anything I said or no?
No, I just heard Papa. Papa called.
Okay. Okay, I had said that Rethny had gotten out of the tub, drained it, and then got ready, and then she walked into her room, saw that you were asleep on the bed, and so she lifted her hand above your head and had a few water drops hit your head to wake you up.
It's gonna wake up and hiss.
Don't you do that to me. Get your ass up. So she'll pick him up by his arms and then hold him like a little baby and take him out.
The different
man dangling.
parenting styles. Like, what is happening?
That's a 21-year-old man you're holding like that.
I know. But he's much tinier than me, so small. So baby.
Look, man, we've made a 29-year-old man into like 568.
And
Yeah.
still
He's
infantilized.
45! He's 45.
Got our midlife crisis bird.
He's
I like how-
57.
He's 20,000.
We're so mean to Sharp.
Is there like hot bean water?
Coffee?
Coffee?
You can just
Bean
call
water?
it coffee.
No. I'm talking some hot bean water.
Me,
Coffee
me
has been a
at the same time. Coffee?
So, if
no,
you're
no, no.
requesting hot bean water, I'm gonna make it like refried bean water.
Oh,
No.
tasty.
If you
No.
want coffee, you will ask for coffee and you will get
No, I'm
coffee.
just gonna keep saying hot bean water.
That's not more
'Cause I think
medieval.
it's
It's
funny.
not more fantasy to just
I
call
just
it
think
hot
it's
bean
fun-
water.
I'm not trying to be medieval. I'm trying to be funny. I'm trying to be silly. So goofy.
You guys are
I
not.
get
No,
some hot refried bean water.
Yeah, may I have pinto
Dirty
beans
Bruin
boiled?
hot.
Just the water. No, actually, Rob is not going to partake in breakfast.
I want garbanzo bean water.
Man, I love myself some hash browns and papayas.
Uh-huh.
Oh, how would you
That's like
like
hard.
your bean water? I want black bean water.
Okay. I'm sorry, Helen. I think you're harming my creative freedom.
Oh, yeah. By
Can I get some banana water?
Not accepting
Hot
bean water.
bean water.
Oh,
I,
it's,
Next-
there's
Next time I ask for
creative
tea, I'm just gonna say hot leaf water instead.
freedom.
And
I'm gonna give you
Something
like
in a can.
fucking flower
Maple
leaves.
leaves.
Or yeah, maple leaves. This
No,
is
but-
seaweed.
like I said, Rob is not gonna break. She'll just walk straight out the door and kind of stand outside of the door.
Oh, when Sharp walks out of the room, Orion falls out, runs down the stairs, runs over to Fel, and kind of like wraps. Wraps himself around.
Herb just walks over to Val. You're eating breakfast? Just like head
Yeah.
down eating breakfast.
Hello, Val?
Oh, hi. Morning. I just sleep.
Good morning. Well enough.
Oh, that's nice.
Was your creature in my room all night?
I ask her, Ryan. I'll repeat the question back. Can we get some noises, Gray?
Sorry. Oh,
It's so muffled.
It's so muffled, but it makes it better. He says maybe.
Phil,
No, bitch, I said I was.
Were you listening in on my conversation?
I listened in on one.
On
What?
one?
On one.
The one conversation I had that night?
Yeah.
So
I only
you
got
did-
half of it.
Yes, my half.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you do that?
If I said I didn't trust any of you at the moment, would you blame me?
I don't suppose so.
Look,
At the same time, I also don't enjoy being spied on.
there.
I'm glad that we've had this discussion, and now this seems completely done and over with now, right? Can you not do it again?
Yeah, sure.
When I lock my door, I intend for no one to be
He
in
was-
the room with me.
She was in there before you locked in.
so
You know what I
technically, you
mean.
kind of locked him in there with
You
you.
did lock him in there. He couldn't get out.
Isn't it incorporeal?
No. He was
Can it be
physical thing.
unsummoned and summoned at will?
Maybe.
So it's effectively incorporeal.
But I like keeping him out.
Okay.
See? He likes being out.
That's
Look.
delightful. I don't
I've
just don't
had
put
him
the
since
just
I
don't
was
put the creature in my room. Just don't do that again, and we won't have a problem.
Okay.
Thank you. I
Anyway, Rethny comes down the stairs.
Tensions fly high.
At sky high.
Oh my fucking god.
She literally
pretty
does it.
Oh
there.
my goodness.
So
Rethny comes down the stairs.
Hello, my handsome man. How are you doing this morning?
Who? Huh?
To whom are you speaking?
You.
Oh dear.
She sets Monster down, and then she goes and picks up Sharp.
Oh,
Was she
Uh,
saying that to Sharp or to like Mossford? What is happening?
I was watching this happen.
and this is
Not
happening
hearing.
now.
Just eating.
The sharp kind of just like looks down at the floor. Hello.
Feeling that you were
Rethny?
not doing great this morning. So I'm just gonna give you a little hug.
Oh, yes, that will definitely help.
Nice wet hug.
Not even wet, like damp, like not fully dried out of the dryer damp.
Yeah. You know those spots that you don't really have feathers right now? It's so weird. So weird to feel this wetness.
Oh, yes, this hug is going on for a little longer than I expected.
It's part of my traditions.
Oh,
You usually hug for like 5 minutes, but
That's
I feel like
way
that would
too
be a
long.
little too long for you. Yeah.
I would be essentially cleansed.
Yeah. That's basically how it's like supposed to be. We're like cleansing our energies when we do it.
Weird. Oh yes,
Anyway.
this definitely has helped. You can put me down now.
Yeah, I was going to.
Oh, thank you.
I interrupted what I was saying there.
Fellas watching this happen. He's like like looking at you two, still just eating.
Fosford's gonna walk
Your
over. He's following. He's following Ruthy around. He's gonna sit down and start taking food off of Fell's plate and eating it.
What? Why?
Dude.
You get
It's a
hug
buffet.
too.
Oh, this is happening.
Yeah. I just feel like since we've like been around each other like good enough that we all should like cleanse our energies by hugging. I just
Yes, Mosfon?
Damn.
Fel will like kind of reciprocate the hug, but anytime Mossfern like reaches for something on his plate, just
That's the way.
bat.
What, the cat?
That's why there's meowing happening in the background.
You need a spray bottle.
My God.
Dude, it's a buffet. Dude, it's a buffet. You could go get your own food.
It's free. It's a fucking free.
Why would I do that when I can? When you can go get more?
You could
Exactly.
go get your own.
Dude, they ran out of hash browns. These are mine.
Anyway, hug has ended. Where's the rest of the party?
Fel goes up, grabs another plate, sets it down in front of Mossfern.
He's still gonna keep grabbing off of Fell's plate.
Where's
What the
Droll?
fuck?
I gotta work my way around,
Yeah,
man.
what's Droll doing?
That's how it works.
Droll, this whole time, he's had cards out on the table and he's been flipping them over and looking at them, squinting between handfuls of hash browns.
Tight.
It's time for your
Oh.
hug.
Okay.
Oh my god.
It's a little hard to hug you.
Oh yeah.
You got a really big shell.
I got a wide build.
Yeah. It's okay.
I'm big boned and fat.
Big man. Big boy. All of you know, Rethny, especially when you're like, where's Rethny? Where's Rav? Rethny, you notice that Rav has just been standing out, like, near the door of the tavern, waiting.
No, I'm standing outside of it. I
Oh,
have my
outside.
pipe. I'm like just kind of sitting there, like, you know.
Unsuspecting victim.
Aragorn in the corner. Fucking moment. Just.
Yeah. When Rethny's done hugging Droll, just slams open the tavern door. Right?
Rob does not even jump. Like, turns slowly, taps the pipe on her finger to knock it out, and then turns.
I've been
She's
waiting
cool
for
like
you,
that.
Mr. Bond.
Turn slowly, stroking a cat.
Yeah.
And
She places the pipe back in her little like side pocket bag thingy.
wait, we can do that, but with Mossfern as the cat.
Oh my God.
Yes, Rethny.
We have to do the cleansing hug.
No, thank you.
Rob, it's a condition we have to do the cleansing hug.
Rethny. No, thank you. Typically means no. That's why the word's in there. I love you. I do not want a slightly moist hug.
And she's gonna be. Ooh, okay. Okay. Okay.
You can go give someone else a second hug.
Why would you say that?
But yeah, I do not want a hug.
Bummer, dude.
Bummer, dude. We all ready to go back to the Adventuring Guild now?
Yeah.
Does anyone else have
bringing
some
a to-go
continental
box.
breakfast roleplay they still want to do?
I'm getting a to-go box
Oh my
and
god.
make.
You're making the to-go box. There are none that are just to go.
Oh, I know.
You're
I
putting
have
it in a
literally-
sack, and it's a moppy mess in that sack.
Oh, I know.
Sharp grabs like a bagel with lox, like wrapped in cling wrap, and puts it in his bag.
Right.
Mossfern's just gonna take the plate His that
Oh.
Fel got him and Fel's.
Okay.
Wait, what's happening?
Mossman's just
Let's
taking two
just take
plates.
the whole plates.
Just taking.
Grab the whole plates off the table.
Just
Start walking out.
taking the
Okay, you got 2 wooden plates now that if you ever find a use for it, and at some point you can use.
You know, your weapon ever just stuck in your hand? Problem solved. Throw that discus.
That discus.
1d4
Improvised weapon.
I'm gonna put it in my inventory as discus.
Discus.
Mossman is literally going to take the feat, improvised weapon master or whatever it is,
Just
in case.
So Droll would
So you
take
can
some hash
Tron
browns.
blade
But
the
Droll
fucking
ate all the
plates.
hash browns already.
Yeah, there's no hash browns left at this table. All
Yeah.
right. Upon the steps through the door of the Adventuring Guild, Clarabelle sits there, doing paperwork as always.
Oh,
Familiar sight.
Jesus. Damn.
It's almost like that paperwork does not end.
As they enter, Rav will smile. Good morning, Clarabelle.
Good morning. How are you all? How'd you all sleep?
Oh no.
Worried
I-
about your friend? It's understandable. Droll had a very good sleep, I see. Good to know.
Dude, Joel is, Joel is doing the fucking Family Guy's like Peter Griffin like face. I hate it. Stop.
Okay,
Stop, dude.
meeting your expectations for this. The closest I can get you is Dire Gulch Strip.
Alrighty.
Which
Now
is
going to the map.
Dire Gulch Strip is still pretty far. There's a whole lake in between.
But we do have a Rethne.
She
We
can
would
swim
have
so
to. Wait, is that a river?
Yeah, that looks like a
We
river.
could totally just take a boat up to Fort Terrorstead.
What it
from-
looks
from
like is it
Dire
looks like it's a
Gulch.
canal of some sort.
Yeah.
Well, canal would be like just a straight shot. Through,
What
imagine.
is the job?
Yes, okay, sorry. There's someone in Dire Gulch Strip named Gareth who lives near an abandoned warehouse near the top of Dire Gulch Strip that has been hearing weird noises coming from the warehouse and is too scared to check them out themselves.
Sounds simple enough.
Sound actually quite
Pays,
manageable.
admittedly, 15 gold at most, but that included.
Oh, this is okay.
That included with the the 10 of it is from the guild, 5 of it is from Gareth. So it's
You know,
the
I
easiest
see.
I've seen.
you know,
It'd be
it's a
quick to complete. Yes.
it's a quick job for sure, and it'll get us fairly close there.
Yes.
We can put that 15 gold.
Clarabelle,
Okay.
I do have a question.
Yes.
To what extent does your organization work? Is it just on the continent of Aloran, or do you extend into Honorex and Kingskeep and the like?
So each continent has its own adventuring guild that operates within it. Transportation between the guilds is not really sanctioned in the guilds themselves.
Would you be aware of connections to possible guild leaders in Honorex?
I know of some of the workers in several of the other adventuring guilds, but depends on what kind of connection you're looking for.
Looking for a job over there that might be worth our while.
you would have to travel to the continent yourself and go to the Adventuring Guild yourself to see about that.
That is disappointing. Okay, well... thank you.
Of course.
That is all.
Of course. The teleportation circle in Dire Gulch is within Greentown, and your quest would be a bit above, near the end, the top of Dire Gulch Strip. I will warn you, Dire Gulch Strip is, despite it being known of having a river of gold, that sort of paradise where dreams are made of town feeling, it is one of the most seedy and nefarious places ever, where black markets literally take place during the daytime. So,
Las Vegas.
totally not
Like
what I base
Vegas.
it off of.
See, now the question is can Austin read if that was sarcasm, or if Talon was being serious?
I was being serious. Dire Gulch Strip is slightly based off of Las Vegas.
Nice.
You get off gamble on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna rock this 8 gold.
I can't wait
Let's
for
eat
Monster.
some lotus flowers.
I'm gonna come out with a K.
Yeah, with how much gold do you have right now?
I have 8. I'm gonna run it up.
I'm
Blackjack.
gonna run it up.
You can run it up blackjack.
So, just let me know when you're ready, and if you wish to take this quest, and it will be arranged.
I'm ready.
Rough.
Works for me.
You to go?
Yes.
I
Yes.
suppose.
Alright, give me a moment to do the paperwork, and go ahead and go towards the teleportation room, and I'll send word over there. Good luck, stay safe, and I hope you find what you're looking for.
Thank you again.
Everyone starts heading towards the teleportation circle, I assume?
Yep.
Okay. And within about 5 minutes, you're there, as one of the Adventuring Guild workers begins to finish this, the incantation and the circle set. And as they finish a line, you guys are teleported to Dire Gulch Strip, which before you arrive there, Clarabelle does provide a map in which I will send to World Build Concordis.
Hey, yeah.
Where is King's Keep in Honorex?
In Honorex, are you looking at the big map?
I've been, yeah.
Okay. You see the tiny little lake above the E of Honorex?
Yeah.
It is in there.
Oh, okay.
It's in a floating little area. A floating
Okay.
little, not a floating, but it's like it's a surrounded by
Okay.
That that map looks like it will be a bitch to make, dude.
I'm living. I'm vibing.
Holy shit, this town is massive.
Yeah.
How many
Alright.
people live here, dude?
In Dire Gulch
I'm gonna go-
Strip?
A billion?
No, but
I'm gonna go get shot in the
a
head
lot.
delivering mail.
You're gonna what?
So, I'm gonna go get shot in the head delivering mail.
Yeah.
Thank you, Gabriel.
So
You really like that one.
flash of magic. You land in a nicely set room, with a few workers there that seem to be like sort of outpost workers for the Adventuring Guild. Some wave to you, but go immediately back to their work. A few figures in here which look sort of shady, leaning against a wall or two as you begin to exit. Again, you ended up in Greentown. You need to go up towards near the end. To where one of the houses are. I'm assuming you will just start walking. Okay?
Yeah.
Alright. Well, welcome to Dire Gulch Strip, where lust and greed, sins that Dire Gulch gladly indulges in, are present, preying on the feeble-minded to keep its river of gold flowing, a city of black market deals made in the sunlight. It is a place where even holy light can't burn the darkest of sinners.
Damn, dude. We in the red light district.
Sex lights on 24/7.
24/7. You're traveling through
24/7.
alleyways, sometimes getting a bit confused, but you see stalls upon stalls. Figures who, of all different sorts, really. You've practically seen every skin tone from purple to red to green to anywhere on the color spectrum of people here. It does not seem to favor one person or the other, and it is to everyone both a wasteland and a paradise.
Do like 30 people try to give me a business card on the way?
Some random guy walks up to you and is like, "You look like you could use a modeling career. You want to take some pictures later?"
No, don't tempt me, Holland. I'll do some shit like that.
There is a few moments where you guys are bumped into, and already aware of a seedy place like this, you're keeping your hands clutched upon your gold.
Yeah. I mean, if a motherfucker steals 8 gold off of me, I'm not gonna be bad.
But there definitely is a few times that you round the wrong sort of alley corner, and you either see someone about to get stabbed, or you see a few people making what seems to be a shady deal. But with the goal in mind, I don't know if you have much time for the distractions.
No, I'm good.
Yeah? Okay. Traveling up and up.
I mean, maybe if we can get some za on the way out.
You guys want to buy some drugs?
Not currently, no.
Okay.
How much will 8 gold get me?
Dude.
Can I get a gram?
Depends on who you ask.
Some skooma.
Some skooma, dude?
Depends who I ask. Is it laced with fentanyl?
anytime any of the party starts to like deviate off, I should wonder, can Rob just kind of like very light, like pop him on the head?
You use your whip and just like a light as you like bonk their head, or use them to like wrangle the group forward.
I have like, oh my, you know that picture where it's the person that holding like the 2 like kids on like the leash backpacks and they're being torn into? It's like that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if no one wishes to buy some za or anything of the choice, you guys can travel up and go towards Gareth's house.
Gareth, dude. This is just a guy.
Some dude. Knocking on Gareth's door. It's a quaint little home. It's kind of a shack. It's run down as hell. I'll be right
Gareth
back.
works at an AM PM.
Roleplay as you're walking down the seedy-ass town, because I need a pee.
I'd rather just tear into Gareth. Gabe.
You know, after we're done with the job, might stop by the vape store.
Sharp wants to get a bong as big as he is.
I want someone to cast fog cloud on the back of my throat so I can rip the fattest clouds of my life.
Does Bossford say that to Fel?
Holy shit!
Black market
Wait, no,
sounds
you
like after
Because-
job.
Like a
An
magic
artificer-
hookah lounge.
An artificer could totally make a vape
Absolutely.
with fog cloud
Okay.
and some
Right.
magical tinkering.
Like,
Okay.
hell yeah.
We've got to like get this straight. So Fel is going to try to sell Bossford at the black market.
No,
Demon.
absolutely not.
And puts him out.
Well, the thing is, I'm sitting here trying to think, would it be funnier if he did it out of malice for Mossfern fucking with his breakfast, or if they were like, how much money can we scam out of people doing this?
So let's recall last time you guys did something without like the full group being in. I think someone ended up. No, 2 people ended up in a fountain.
Yeah, but only one of those people are here now. The other one is found.
Do you think, as Fel is talking about this, do you really think what's going on? You know,
I think Rav would enjoy the fact that they're bonding over something. What
I'm
the fuck
sure
are we
she
talking
would
about?
until she hears the plan, and then it's gonna beat the shit out of both of you. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
but
put
that's the best
both of
part.
you on the
She's
black
not gonna
market,
hear
then,
about
and I will not come knock. Like I will not get you back out.
What stupid idea is happening?
They're trying to sell moss for the black market.
Why?
That's what stupid idea is happening. And it is not. It's not happening. It is not happening.
If it makes you feel any better, it wasn't my idea. It was.
I had the thought of somebody handing Rethny a card too, but it's like for like the medieval equivalent of a stripper.
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
Right.
Listen, man, you guys are all
Have
like,
this in the conversation
fucking
in
weird. I'll
the
just
fucking
kinda
chat
get
now.
some weed. Although I don't know if they lace it with stuff here.
See,
Glassbridge, that shit, it blew clean, man.
What is the fanny panny?
oh my god.
Wait,
oh my
the what?
God.
Girl is a crackhead confirmed.
Dude, Jesus. I make a joke about buying a vape. Me and Kay are seriously talking about it, and then everyone else is like, "We're gonna sell them on the black market." Well, we like, what is going on with y'all?
So you knock on Garrett's door.
Yes.
Soon after a little bit of pause, there's a and this goblin sort of peers out. Who are you?
We're from the Adventuring Guild.
Oh, thank
And,
God. Okay, it's over there. That warehouse. I don't care what's in there as long as you can stop the racket and the noise. I'm too terrified. Yes.
Could I ask what the noise is when it's most active? That kind, just to the best of
Flashing
your
red
ability.
lights, blood, electrifying noises,
Oh.
banging, weird noises. I don't know. It just,
We're going
if you can
to
get
the rave.
if you can get it to stop, cool. I'm all for that. I don't want to be anywhere near it.
Sure thing. You
It's
said
been
it
abandoned.
happens.
It's been abandoned for a while. It used to hold some fishing stuff, like fishing things that would come in from the lake above, but otherwise, I mean, it has been used for like 3 years until a couple weeks ago. I was out of town, but apparently my person down the street said it's been going on for a while, but they ignored it.
You said typically happens at night, right?
Yes, but it has happened sometimes during the day.
Interesting. Okay, thank you so much, Gareth.
Gareth.
We'll,
Yep.
We'll
Awesome.
go. We'll go.
Thank you so
check that
much.
out.
It was the door.
Do we hear like several locks?
No.
No.
Locks don't work in a town like this.
I just imagined he was the type
If someone's gonna break into your home, they're gonna break into your home.
He's got that warning glyph. If someone steps on the wrong tile, and the whole house blows up.
If I'm going down, you're going
You
down
were-
with me.
If you are taking my shit, you're taking my life too.
Homie has the contingency power word kill spell on.
You chose the wrong house, motherfucker.
Dude, imagine you break into like this like fucking wizard tower. You step on the wrong plate, you hear the pressure plate go down, and then you die instantaneously because you have less than 100 hit points.
It's the life of, dangerous wizard towers, man. Why do you think Urki Waywocket is fine if his door is unlocked? Isn't a power word kill, but man,
Yeah, he's
He gets
probably
that motherfucking-
fuck shit.
Dude.
different power words maybe.
Rob
He
will
sends
start-
us to the space realm.
Rob will start to walk towards the
It's about
Urki, Waywalking has like 12 power word stuns on each tile.
It's about 120 feet away. It takes you a quick second to get there. But looking on the outside, there's no flashing happening currently.
I'm feeling quite confident, so I think we should kind of just like go in and
Well, I was wondering if we
take
should
care
wait
of business.
inside. Do we want to do it? Do we want to wait inside or outside? I feel like we're probably gonna have to wait on stuff to happen.
I think getting a lay of the land first might be.
Is there like a? Yeah, while we're investigating, I want to look for just like a small crack or hole.
I mean, there's
Within,
giant
like-
barn doors, like barn warehouse doors that sort of like
Mhm.
slide open. You can look on some bearings around the warehouse. There is rust covering them, but the bearings that have the sort of sliding door have like since been like used enough where the rust has sort of been chipped off. There's a few broken windows, but otherwise the sheet metal it holds pretty well around this place.
Okay.
Shit slam.
We may not be able to use hurdy-gurdy music because it's not copyright free, but this is doing all right. Thank you. What's the band's name? Thank you, PGN Music. Check out Memories from the Far Realm on PGN Radio.
Holy shit.
Gang shit.
All right, what's everyone doing?
Rob will go inside and just like kind of just walk around,
Okay.
see where the best.
barn doors are
angles are,
slightly
right?
open, and as soon as you move them a little bit, it just opens pretty easily. The only thing lighting this place is probably like the sunlight from outside. It is pretty early in the day, and as you open, with the light kind of shining through a broken window, you see an old fishing boat there that is slightly broken down, a few holes in it, and you see across some of it are these sort of blackened scorch marks.
I do want to go with Rob.
And there's a few places where you see like white sigils dusted around the floor.
Warlock Grave. Can I check to see if there's like a basement or like a upstairs kind of area, like
Sure.
a catwalk?
First, I'm gonna
My
ask:
power's from.
is
Yeah,
is
yeah.
everyone entering? What's the marching order? How are we doing this?
I'll go in.
Stella's
after
going
you.
in.
I'm going
right
in
after
this bitch.
Rob.
Yeah, I think Rob is first. You know.
With,
Yeah,
the
last
barn,
one's gonna
with
go-
the barn doors open, everyone can enter at the same time in a line if they wanted to,
Mhm.
but it's up to you
He's gonna
guys.
be the back man.
Droll is going to actually stay by the entrance, and Droll is going to start looking around on the ceiling.
Okay.
Sharp just walking in that bitch.
Okay.
What the fuck's going on here?
Give me a second here.
It's actually a Marut. You all die instantaneously.
Looking at the ceiling, typical cross beams, bearings that keep up everything. They're thick. This warehouse is probably solid, I'd say 80 by 80 feet large. The ceilings are probably like it has an A roof, so it probably at the highest point about 110 feet tall, at the lowest point 80 as well. So it's almost like a box, but the A frame makes it a bit taller. Each beam is probably like 5 feet wide, enough for a person to kind of stand on to reinforce this thing. And none of the cross beams themselves seem damaged. The integrity of this place seems solid. It's just some of the trim, the windows, some of the more aesthetic things are what are deteriorating at the moment.
Kind of like shuffling side to side and like peering, looking through the beams. You know, every time I like go ahead and look up, I always expect like a monster to like come and drop down. And that's like suddenly when I notice the monster is as it drops down and I fucking die.
I think we need to talk.
Anyways,
to
what's going on? And then I'll walk in.
because
Walking.
that's not normal.
Rav, you're looking at the ground. The ground is like the ground outside. It's this sort of dusty, dry dirt. Compacts really well, but still kicks up some stuff when you're moving around. There's some tarps around, but there's no flooring, and you don't see any specific entrances right off the bat. There are some parts of the warehouse that have like almost a balcony edge with like bearings keeping up these like empty sort of kind of like a barn, like where there's beams holding up and there's like a second roof on the perimeter or whatever, that sort of situation. Right. As everyone enters, or who is entering, who is not. So we have Droll, Rav, Fel, Sharp entering for sure.
Mushroom.
Sharp will also cast Mage Armor.
Okay. Is Rethny entering
So
as well?
will Fel will also cast Major.
Yeah. Stay outside. I'll be the guard.
All right. Okay.
Booterman.
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 Droll, what's your strength? 20?
Yeah.
Okay. I need you to give me a, we'll say athletics check.
Okay.
What is happening?
Droll is making athletics.
25.
Oh my god.
25.
We are getting fucked.
Droll, you feel this large hand sort of grasp at your neck. How much do you weigh?
Let me see canonically how much I weigh.
Yeah.
Canonically.
578 pounds.
Okay.
Damn.
Fairly heavy person.
Big boy,
This
dude.
large hand around your throat. You get a glimpse of it before you're moved, but there's 4 fingers, and it seems to be a more furry hand, and there are sort of these enlarged veins coursing towards the fingers as it grips onto you, and you're moved against the wall, dragged about 3 feet up it as another hand is put across your mouth. Everyone who's not Rethny, I will need strength saving, or not strength, sorry, constitution saving throws from you guys.
Oh fuck! Hold up.
Okay.
Was it
That
Constitution?
thing got a
Yes,
higher
Constitution.
athletics than I did.
That is a nat 20 for 23.
23.
I got a 4.
That is a nat 2 or a 5.
Fel, I'm going to need you to re-roll it.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I got
What
an
did you
18.
do?
An 18, you said?
Yeah.
It's a dirty 20 this time. 17
30,
plus 3.
alright.
I got a 4.
4. And Sharp with a
5.
5. Okay. Mosfrin and Sharp, you feel this odd feeling. Mosfrin, you've never really felt it before. Sharp, you have. When you're being taught chronergy, there was this sort of stasis that Alvius was able to put people under for demonstration. And you were given this effect multiple times so you could sort of feel how it affects your body. And it just straight up doesn't stop your heart, doesn't stop your bloodstream, but almost all of your nerves stop working, and the connection to your brain and muscles to move also stop. You feel like
this-
you're underneath a stasis.
Is this a moment? Is this the momentary stasis ability?
It seems close to it. As you
That's
and
not
Monster are
good.
under this.
Hey guys, that's bad.
Well, you can tell us.
Fel, you
Fuck.
feel it attempt to take over you, and you shrug it off, but in the moment that you shrug it off, it feels like you're reversed. Slightly back from as it began. But luckily enough, you were able to shrug it off again. And Rav, you end up being just fine. Retnifel and Rav, you watch as these two compatriots behind you, or in front of you, depending on who you are, as Sharp and Mosfern are stopped, dead in their tracks. Almost mid-moving. Droll, you get a better look at this person holding you. Long, sort of furled ears. This sort of short, upturned, animal-like nose. Long, curly, bushed hair that sort of falls down to the chest, and this fur on their arms, and these tufts, essentially. They seem to be a furbolg. And they're a bit taller than you, but they're pushing you up to meet eyesight to them. There's a flash in the sunlight of steel as the two of you in front are fine. As these sort of glowing runes pierce through the darkness, and almost dry ice sort of fog is emanating from them and like moving towards you. What do the three who can move do in the moments as they are free?
I, Rav, want to like back up a few steps and kind of stand, like in front of Sharp, like in between.
Okay.
Like I don't want to be like right up on, but I want to be sitting kind of like I want to get my whip and kind of like back up just a little bit to be more so in front.
Is the door closed to the barn?
No.
No. Okay. Then, if I not do that, I'll instead kind of make my way towards Rav in that area.
Okay.
And I'm going to damage my magical, or my scimitar, my non-magical.
Okay. And Rethni.
Which means
I'm actually gonna go in and I'm gonna come up behind Mossford.
Okay.
Let's see, do I take max damage? Oh! I take minimum.
Okay.
Do 1 hit point to myself.
As you're all sort of coalescing around each other, in a protective manner. Sorry, was someone gonna say something?
I was just about to say, Austin, I thought you were about to make Fel just leave. Because of the door.
I thought that would have been funny.
That would have been really funny.
Actually, I didn't sign up for this.
You guys sort of coalesce together, and you watch from another point in the darkness, opposite of where that sort of, like dry ice-looking mist is coming from. To the other side, you see this brief flash of red energy before, like, it's almost an electrical sort of flash around this one point, this glowing red dot in the darkness, before it stops. Wait. We know them.
Huh?
Stepping from the darkness where you saw that sort of red flashing point, Haitian steps out a few steps.
I went to kill.
I don't know this bitch.
Rob's breath will just go like a sigh of relief, and she'll kind of place it back and be like, "Haitian, lovely to see you."
Haitian looks up to one of the sort of taller areas, like a second floor almost, and yells out, "Ren, let them go." And suddenly, Mosfern and Sharp, you were released from the stasis.
Does he have a new arm?
No. No arm.
Oh.
Though,
Can Shark get a look on Ren?
not yet. Ren does not seem to have shown themselves. But if you give me a moment, I'm trying
Okay.
to find something specific. What the hell? There it is. Okay. Stepping away from the darkness of where this sort of mist was coming from, you see two of you recognize as Falcar, the sort of strawberry blonde, wielding these two swords, half elf, and Wyatt, the furbolg holding you, drops you. I'm real sorry about that one. You okay?
Oh, I'm absolutely fine. I'm actually very impressed. I'm quite a heavy fellow, so I'm like...
Yeah, I'm a little hopped up on something right now, so and also I'm tall, I'm big.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I'm like a...
And he just like kind of like cracks his nose a couple times and just goes, right, go, and he points to the rest of your group and just go ahead. Go.
Oh yeah.
Sorry about that. And he sort of
you're
like
all good.
pulls on his collar as he walks closer to Falcar. Now, you hear a little moving and hopping on top of the half second floor almost, as peering over, these long floppy ears like that bounce forward and then land back on the back of her head. This small white rabbit folk who looks down at the party is now analyzing everyone. I only remember two of them. Wait a second. Is that Sharp? Is that the Kenku? What the hell are you doing here? And you look up.
Know each other?
You recognize Ren. This person was once in your classes with Professor Obvious. Wow, you guys change parties real fast. You know that? Is this? Wait, you don't have the. You're missing a cat. Did this bird replace him? Is this like your new like cute member of the party? No offense, Masren, I think it was. Is this like your new plaything? Is this like the new like tiny, whatever? Are you sure we can't kill them?
Did I like them in
That's up to you.
class?
From their personality.
I don't think I did.
Probably not.
They're fine with me.
Hello again.
So why are you here?
I could ask the same. Why are you in this warehouse? I can talk now, by the way.
That is really weird. I was gonna say something, but then I was like, it's been a while. I thought maybe you just like hated people in class that you just didn't want to talk to him.
It was a good excuse.
Professor
Why
Alphys
are you here? Can we not?
Well, I mean, I'm
This
here.
is a long over. Grow up.
Oh. Whew. Bold of you. I thought
That
you
was
were
going
never
to-
I thought you were never going to outlive your accomplishment in high school. I thought you peaked.
That was going to like side eye Rob. Just like done.
While they're arguing, can Rob actually walk up to Falcor and extend like a hand and like shake Falcor's hand?
I'm so sorry I didn't know who you guys were when you entered the warehouse. A lot of you
Oh.
new faces.
Yeah, all good, all good. Honestly, I would
You
assume
also
anyone would
look
do the same thing.
shorter hair.
Yes, yeah. Fought some guys. Long hair gets in the way.
It does. Yeah, that's true. So I see that you only have one other person that's originally from the other party. Everyone all right?
To my knowledge, yeah. The aisles were just a bit different for everyone.
Gotcha. Yeah, makes sense. Right. Close. Let's close the garage doors. As the doors get closed behind you guys, the sort of large furbolg standing next to you is almost leaning over you guys in this sort of. He's not meaning to be intimidating, but just by presence is a little bit. Hi. My name's Doran out of Malta Tezicola. You can just call me Doran. Most people do. Nice to meet you. Who are these guys again? Their names are Twiggy and the best friends.
Actually, we use
It's
the
been
Obsidian
revived.
Stag now. Twiggy's not really in our party, so.
As their dead names.
Sorry. The Obsidian Stags. Topical. Okay. Ren, get down from there. Fine. She eventually hops down.
I thought she was like, fine. Like,
you-
or like, I'm fine.
For you people who have never met this group before, Haitian is this sort of very long white dread, pulled into a half ponytail,
Hot.
deep black skin, missing right arm, that seems to have this sort of half shoulder guard on it now, made of leather probably, but the rest is just this sort of thick studded outfit, a thick cloth gambeson sort of look, with a few belts strapped across, some holding potions of various colors, others just satchels for different things. Ren is this short, probably 3-foot white rabbit with a few black markings around the face and on top of the ears, but they wear very minimal clothing, but have this large book strapped to their hip, and they hold this one small dagger to their side, and they have these red sort of eyes. Doran is this very large furball, very hairy, tufts of fur on parts of their sort of muted blue skin, very bright yellow eyes, and bushy eyebrows. And Falcar has this sort of undercut, with strawberry blonde hair swooping back, sharp features. They seem to be half-elf descent, and they're wearing sort of lighter armor, but they're covered in these sort of sigils, runes almost.
Just a bunch of little babies.
So, what are you doing here?
We're on a job. You?
Living life, I guess.
In a fishing warehouse.
Living it up.
Yeah, well, best place to do experiments.
Huh?
Right.
Are we about to be introduced to a secret rebel group?
How close to Clarabelle are you?
She threw us a party.
Fairly close. We've discussed our mutual distrust with the Lord of Alurin, but... And apparently, people in our party have, connecting friendships.
Listen, Rav, I know you and Mossfern. Do you trust the rest of your members?
Well, most of them.
You're about to get debriefed.
Rob will kind of turn and look everyone kind of like up and down. Her eyes will kind of linger on Droll.
Hey man, he just plays cards, okay?
Oh my god, does he do the thumbs up? Oh my god. Her eyes will come on Droll for a second. Just literally maybe like 2 seconds. And then she'll turn and... Yes.
Fine, okay. Yeah. Come in. And he goes further into the sort of... the broken down fish boat that's in the middle of this place.
Shit dog, I guess we follow him.
As you enter,
What the fuck is happening?
almost like those conspiracy red thread boards where they're fucking just convoluted as hell, like placed upon different places. You see written in white chalk just along the ceilings, along the walls, these alchemical symbols, these large circles, different divination signs, different abjuration signs, different signs of all schools of magic placed upon, and sort of coalescing on one end is just this large empty circle that seems to have like points connected to it. And as Haitian enters, he's running through his left hand a red stone. One that Mossfern and Rob recognize as the stone that you all found in the cave. Way back, when you were fighting Nothics. Yeah.
Ew.
Austin's had his hand raised.
Oh, yes.
I would like to roll Arcana on all of the symbols that I
Okay.
see.
Go ahead.
Seeing like their
I would like
kind
to
of
do that.
general purpose is what I'm looking for.
Damn straight, brother. That's a 25.
Oh, are you also doing this?
Yep, this is
I bet I could
17
tell
plus
y'all
5.
I bet I could tell you exactly what the general purpose of most of these are, just by talking to them.
Yeah. Well, I like to know these things.
Probably.
25.
25 and 25?
Expertise. I rolled like a 16.
Sharp, you notice a lot of the abjuration signs and divination signs trying to hold, protect the space that this white chalk is over and protect whoever is writing these sigils. And
Okay.
the divination signs are attempting to understand whatever they're drawn over or around, in a sort. The amount here is suggesting not only has this been going on for a long time, but that the amount needed to actually glean any useful information is an exceeding amount.
Okay.
Fel, you're more closely looking at the illusion signs and the evocation signs. The evocation ones are attempting to sort of... They seem to be in a repeating pattern, almost following an equation, almost seemingly attempting to correctly mimic a result. The illusion ones seemingly are attempting to hide the result.
Okay. On top of that, do I glean any knowledge from the alchemy ones? Since I have proficiency within alchemy as well as...
You recognize a lot of symbols as like the alchemical symbol for gold or lead or other scenarios of tin, mercury, other different just metals and materials.
Okay.
It is seemingly like the alchemical symbols are trying to be turned into one another, almost like in a succession.
Okay.
What the fuck are you doing here?
Well, I'm going to explain it if you'd like.
Please.
I would like so.
Picks up the sort of red rock in his hand. This, what I formerly thought was a philosopher's stone, is not. It's a battery. Have any of you heard of the philosopher's stone?
I'm pretty
Vaguely,
Rob will nod her head yes.
the alchemical duo.
It's supposed
Fel-
to be able to change
Robert
things
Wood.
into one another without
fuel, essentially, or
Without-
needing an exchange.
without a proper alchemical process. Instead of taking forever and ever for tin to somehow run its course through the earth and eventually become gold in some way, or etc. with any other material naturally occurring on earth, this does it in a flash, in an instant. Other tales speak of it being a fuel source, but in the end, it accomplishes one thing, and it is expediting the process of alchemy. This is not a philosopher's stone. It's what fuels it. And he places it in the middle of where all of these white chalk lines and alchemical symbols and magical symbols coalesce onto one point. And as he does, the entire room begins to flood with a red light. As swirling from the stone is this sort of coalition of necrotic and flashing electrical energy. Before he places it back in his hand and picks it up, and all of it just goes away in an instant. Ever since we found this in that cave, and he is gesturing to you, Rav, and Mosfern, I've been working on this. We split from the Adventuring Guild and quit because of this.
What does it do?
Just this merely just provides resources for things that need it. Almost like an arcane focus for some, but for other things as well. Fuel for a lamp, this can provide it. Fuel for a campfire, this can provide it. Think of something that needs fuel, and this can provide it. It's almost like a battery.
Have you figured out a way to charge it in some way?
No, not at all. But when searching for the Philosopher's Stone, I've discovered some things. It's not a small item like this. It's a large structure. And it needs multiple of these to work. So that amber gem you found in the tree golem when you first arrived in Neverfair, that was one of these. An energy source. That's why it blew up when you struck it and cracked it. Because it was releasing energy.
I was going to look at Rav. The cave. On the aisle.
The cave. So a large structure that realistically needs more than one of these little batteries, right?
Yes.
And so say you get a lot of them from different areas. You now have something that can be used in almost any manner.
Essentially. More research I've done on it has led me to believe that another item of legend, one that's been lost in sort of fairy books, I think it's called the Ring of the Emperor. That thing is related to it in some way. I've found multiple symbols. A prism within a star. It shows up multiple times throughout both the Philosopher's Stone legends and whatever I find about the Ring of the Emperor.
What about the Eye of Bahamut? What we found.
I mean, nothing rings a bell. But the prism within a star does ring a bell. That is the symbol that you guys had. From
It
that piece of
was
cloth.
it was all over the
Yeah.
wasn't it in multiple places when we went into that cave?
It was over multiple places. It was on the cloth that you retrieved from the people that were dead in the Nothic cave all the way back.
There was like a massive explosion in there,
That
right?
left a scorch mark of a prism within a star.
Go.
So that's either where a bunch of these were. Was there like a large crystal in the floor? No,
It was just a small one, about the size of the red one he's holding, but just
Okay.
blue in color, and it was also
We
shattered.
kept that one, didn't we?
No, you gave it to the old man. He crushed it and absorbed it.
It was that fucking because it was the fucking dumb shit, right? It was the sneaky bitch.
The old man, who
Yeah.
turned out to be a very terrifying eldritch being, with eyes
Yeah.
all along his arm.
Yeah, that piece of
Whose
shit.
brother is a bitch.
Oh.
Yeah, who is brothers to what he said was essentially the Kraken, and also
A bitch.
siblings with
motherfucker.
the Obsidian Stag.
What the fuck? Homie took our shit.
Fuck that
Oh.
eight-legged bitch.
So
That's
your
cool.
Gonna get my
experiments,
wrath one day.
your experiments here are attempting to charge this thing.
Seeing if I can use the energy for something, which I can. But the tales of the Ring of the Emperor tell me that not only is it a large structure, but it's a large structure used to embolden things. Whether it be a person, whether it be an item, but you use these as batteries for it, and it increases whatever you're choosing to embolden by whatever you're putting in.
Great. Great. Awesome. Well, putting all of that to one side, we're sent by the guild.
You guys gotta go.
Yeah, you basically have a very large noise complaint.
Great.
Right.
You guys are being evicted.
But
But also, like, people know where you are.
Of course,
Well,
we can't force you out, but
but we can cover up the windows and say that you guys.
well,
We
it's
took
not
care
just
of
the it's the sounds as well.
Yeah.
I'm sure that we can say something to Garrett like, "Oh, it was like big rats, and we killed all of them, and now you're fine."
It's fine. We'll move. I thought no one was living around here, but if people are noticing, then that's bad for us.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, you guys have taken a lot of odd jobs over the years, right? Once again, this is very important, interesting information you've just told us. That's very double eyes, 3 exclamation points. Have you ever been to Fort, the fort across the way?
Fort Terrorstead?
Yeah, yes. You guys ever been there?
I mean, I've been in it, but I was in it a very long time ago, when I was like a kid.
Right. Second question, are you guys just perchance like super buddy with anybody in the guard?
No. I'm on very bad terms with most of the government, and the Lord doesn't like me. So in terms of when it comes to things like that and officials, I'm not going to be much help.
So nobody in your party's got a little inside ear kind of action.
I mean, he looks to the others. Doran shakes his head. I'm from the wilderness. Haitian found me not too long ago. No, I was taught in King's Keep like Sharp here, who obviously was the star student. I got less favorable treatment. I left King's Keep, I went to the Learn Adventuring Guild, and I'm here now.
Right.
Pitiful.
Sounds like a person's problem.
Falcard takes a second. I might have a friend that still works there, but it's been a while since I've talked to him.
So, Rolf will kind of look at the party and just kind of grimace a little bit, and then we'll look over at Falcor and kind of in between Falcor, Haitian, and Blackblades, all of them, and just be like, I don't have very long in a learn right now. And I need to find someone desperately. Anyone who saw him says that he was taken by the guard, but we spoke to the Lord of Aluran, and as much as I truthfully don't believe him, he says that that's not true.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust that.
Right. This kid is special. Something's different about him.
Okay. I mean, in all honesty, they're probably experimenting on him in Fort Terrorstead. Honestly.
In Fort Terrorstead.
Yeah.
Right. Great. So probably info. Awesome. Is it difficult to get in there?
Probably, if you're trying to get unseen. I can tell you who my friend is, and if you find them, he'll probably help.
Right, your friend.
Yeah, he's this, blue dragonborn, sort of sapphire looking, and he's, it's about 6 feet tall, sort of a slimmer build. His name is Zay, X-A-E, and last I spoke to him, he didn't really like guard work, but he was doing it for his family. So, I don't know, bribe him with gold maybe, try to appeal to his empathetic side. That's all I could give you.
Got it.
I mean, you can get to Fort Terrorstead pretty quick from here, but getting in is a whole other question. Take the steamboat up the river. It'll land you right to the top of that lake by Little Root Camp, and you'll just have to walk from there.
Getting it. Right. Thank you for the help.
You should be able to sneak onto the steamboat relatively easy. It's a place where people smuggle shit all the time. The people on the boat don't care.
Got it.
As long as you don't fuck with other shit.
Right. Take however long you need to get out. Sorry, I'm sure this is a great place to do this work in. We'll tell Gareth that it was some teenagers or whatever throwing parties, I don't know.
Well, good luck on finding your friend. Trust Clarabelle, don't trust the Lord. That's the only advice I can give you.
Those batteries?
Mm-hmm.
If you hear anything else about them, or if we do, I'll try to send mail to some of you guys.
Now that I've met them, I can send them a message at any time, so...
Probably
Yeah,
safer in your
me.
hands. Okay. Probably safer in your hands than anyone else's.
Before we leave as well, Fel will pull out a map of the Isle and point out the cave that he pointed out to the Lord and where everything went down. This cave we found a stone similar structures all around with that same symbol blasted into the Lord knows about this and knows its location.
Shit. Well, that's a bit unfortunate. He's after the same thing I am. So... Okay,
The Lord is bad. The Lord is bad.
guess we'll race off to it. Cool. Thank you.
I will warn. They had their King's Guard or whatever there already.
They put the Watch of Aluran
Yes.
back to the Isle.
Yes.
They just took him out. That's...
I feel as if we should also maybe alert you to the fact that there was a entity of some paracausal nature also interested in said item.
Yep.
Okay.
What did it describe itself as?
Eldritch being?
It specifically called itself, and you'd know this with your high intelligence and Kangaroo recall, it called itself an old god.
That's what I thought. An old god.
I'm going to kill his brother.
And a creepy one at that.
Okay. Good to know. Thank you very much.
Just heads up.
All right. Well, good luck on finding your friend. We're probably gonna start getting ready to go.
Alright.
Right.
Wonderful.
You never saw us. Erase it from your
Nope.
brain.
Never ever.
Absolutely.
Who are you guys?
Don't really have a name anymore. They kind of died when we left the adventuring guild.
There.
Do you mind if I copy what's on that board before you get rid of it?
I mean, you have the same amount of time for me to copy it, so if you don't get it by then sorry.
Is this a challenge?
Not really. I'm just telling you that once I'm done copying it, I'm getting rid of it.
Okay.
And then he...
Sharp will sit down and start fucking
Alright, you both
writing
start
shit in
copying
this
it.
book. Okay.
He sets the DC, so... If you...
Bitch, I'll fucking paracausal your dumbass. I will chrono shift you back
no, he's
in time.
not. I'm saying this in this terms of check. He's setting a number. There's a number set in my head. That's how fast he's gonna get it done. If you beat it, you did it faster. If you meet it, you do it at the same time. If you don't meet it, you, depending on how high of a number,
Okay.
get a certain amount done. So go ahead and give me a... Whichever is higher, your dex or in your intelligence.
Oh, my intelligence.
Yeah, okay.
Big time.
Go ahead and give me an intelligence check. Just a straight-
Ability check.
Yeah.
Cool. I can use chrono shift on this then. That is a natural 20 for a 25. I will not be using chrono shift on
Alright.
this.
Yeah. You get yours done about 30-ish seconds before he finishes.
It's just like two members of the military putting their sidearms together.
And as you're closing your book, he finishes his last stroke, and as he closes his, the chalk begins to sort of dissolve.
Oh, shit.
Well, good job. Have fun on your adventures.
You as well.
Begins moving out with his group.
Okie dokie. I'm gonna write that in my notes. I took a copy of the lost for our force.
And as you all are funneled out of this place, sort of Haitian and his group moving forward closer into town, you're pointed towards the side as the steamboat is coming from town and starting to move up the riverbank, headed towards closer to Fort Terrasted. And you're sent on your way there. And that's probably where we'll end this session.
Hey,
Word.
Word.
that was cool.